Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome and welcome back. My name is Durant Cersei, singer, songwriter, producer, performer, actor, if you nasty. And welcome to the house of the unofficial and sometimes, as you will see here, the unprofessional fragrance and skincare guru. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy a few days after Christmas. I don't know if you all know about it or even believe in it. The Mercury Retrograde is here, and she is retrograding down. When I tell you, baby, she has been retrograding over here. But we're going to talk about that a little later. What I came today for is I wanted to give my very wise and unsolicited opinion on Scentbird. Now, first I want to start off by saying I'm not going to get into details like that. Scentbird ain't paying me. They're not sponsoring. So whatever details you might want to know, you can ask it in the comments. If I know it, I'll let you know, even though I've been doing it for a while. But, if I leave something out, if there's something you want to know, just ask it in the comments. Or, just go on to Scentbird website. Well, you know what? You do what you want to do, okay? I have to remember. They ain't paying you. What did you tell people to go there for? Like, well, no, this is about you. Anyways, but I'm just going to talk about my experience, the experience that I've had using Scentbird. I've used it for about maybe 6 months. I only have 3 here. I couldn't find other. I want to have all of them that I've used, but, it didn't work that way. And how I got introduced to Scentbird, of course, is through YouTube. But what happened really was during the pandemic, I came up with this very much obsessed notion, or this obsessive nature, feeling, whatever you call it, with fragrances. And I've always liked to smell good. It's one of my things, but it became a little more off the rails, during the pandemic, and all because it's now what I've learned has been my vice. And what I mean by that is when I've had sad moments, I look back now and that's what happened. I didn't know when it was going on. But if I was depressed, sad, felt like I didn't have nobody to talk to, whatever that situation was, I'd go straight to the internet. And then I'll watch a YouTube video. Oh, she said this is good. Oh, I'm going to try this. I'm going to buy this, and just impulse buy like crazy. Now, cut to me losing a job. Cut to me getting laid off twice. And then having a contracted position that ended. Then you start reevaluating your life. It was like, Durant, what was you doing back then? Buying all that damn fragrance. I was buying, it's like, instead of going in and enjoying what I had, it was like, I'm sad, let me get on the internet, just buy something. So I ended up buying $300, $400, $500, $600 worth of fragrances in a month, which is crazy. So anyways, being knocked back down to square one, and for me, it's just, nothing can be off really for me. It can be because of course I'm human and things happen, but I feel like it's hard when it is, because I have to not only take care of myself, I'm taking care of my mother, and I'm taking care of 3 dogs, and it's a lot of weight on my shoulder. And so when things like when you get laid off happens, it weighs heavy on everybody. I'm not downing that on whoever it is who loses a job, whatever, it's gonna weigh on you. But it was just like very much, oh my God, panic mode, because what am I gonna do about my mother? What am I gonna, that kind of thing happened. And so I turned to two vices I should say, and my 2 vices were Dr. Pepper and buying fragrance and skincare. So all to say, I had to get something like this, because the sad part about me, or I don't know if it's sad, but the thing about me is I have what you call a Bath and Body Works budget / wallet. Okay, I know rich people, they shop at Bath and Body, but I'm just saying, for a Bath and Body spray, it'll probably be better for somebody like me to buy a Bath and Body spray, but being that I have that Bath and Body spray budget, I don't understand why I have a niche nose. It's like, sir, your nose is not matching your budget, your Bath and Body Works budget. You need to be over here. But I love all fragrances from Bath and Body to, niche. But I gravitate to niche fragrances. That's what I love. I can wear designer fragrances. I love designer. I love Bath and Body. But niche fragrances is what I love. But I thought to myself, like, dude, I think Taraji P. Henson inspired me. I think because I've always wanted to have my own fragrance. I'm just getting sidetracked. This is why you need to be editing your stuff so you can shut up. But I think I want like an affordable fragrance line, because my thing was always I wanted a niche line, because I want my own like toilet freshener. We're not even gonna go there. Anyways, so I turned to Scentbird. I tried Scentbird because I wanted to, basically have a chance to smell my, more expensive fragrances that I may not be able to afford right now, that are, $200 and $300. Just try them, because with Scentbird, it's like a monthly perfume fragrance subscription, and you receive, with just the regular subscription, a 8 ml atomizer of fragrance of your choice. So you go in, you get to choose whatever fragrance you want sent to you that month. They charge you. It's about $9 and some change. It ended up being $10.81 when I'm charged. But the thing is, like I said, I have a niche nose. So I really wanted to try something like this, because I want an opportunity to try niche fragrances that, that I really want. And this will give me a cheaper way to try those. And so it comes out to be $10.81 is what I'm charged. But when you want to do a niche fragrance, a more expensive fragrance, a fragrance that may cost a lot more, if you buy a full-size bottle, they charge an additional $10. Now, I have been trying to figure this out for the life of me, because all the fragrances on my calendar are plus 10, plus 10, plus 10, because the designer fragrances, I love designer fragrances, but I don't think they have a lot of great options when it comes to designer fragrances. So all of the ones I've tried, all the ones that are on my calendar are all niche. But with that $10, so they charge you the $10.81, then they charge you the extra, you get another charge for, that additional, because you chose a more niche fragrance. And I could not figure out, even to this day, and I went on the website yesterday because I want to tell you today, I cannot figure out why I get charged $18 plus. It's $10 for, the extra niche. Why am I getting charged $18? So they charged me one, that $10.81, the $9.99 or whatever, so that's $10.81. So they charge for that, the regular, then, there's another charge of $18 some. And I'm like, why is it $18? So I'm just trying to figure out in my account, why on the account on the Scentbird website, why am I getting charged $18? I am confusion, because I don't know. So it's for me, about $30 a month to try these. And I know a lot of influencers on here, they promote, because they're a sponsor, they promote Scentbird. So you can get 50% off. I think some of them say 50% off. I don't know if they all say that, but I think I've heard Peyton say 50% off your first month, but I think some of them just say 50% off. And I think that's what I heard, not from Peyton, but from somebody else that wasn't one of us. I heard 50% off your orders, and so not thinking 50% off, I used another code. I don't remember who code I used. I don't remember. It was a while ago. And it's like 50% off 1 month. So it's like, it sounds good. It's like, oh, you get it for $8, $4 or whatever. And it's like, okay, that's just for 1 month. But anyway, so, when you get it in a little pouch that just fell on the floor. I don't want to bend down and get it, because I have a bald spot, kind of like my hair is thinning right there. I don't want that on camera, because I don't edit my videos. So, there's that. But you get it in a little pouch that say Scentbird, and they come in little atomizers like this. Hopefully you can see it. Can you see that? Yes. So this here, I have it here, so you have it locked And then if you turn it here, you turn it this way, you can spray it that way. And so I have 3 of mine here. Like I said, I'm not going to go too in depth. I'm just going to let you know how I feel about it. And, you know, judging from that $18 that's still a mystery. Somebody please tell me if you know why it's $18. That right there is a big, I don't know right there for now. So here, I know I have Valaya. I don't have Valaya with me. That was one of the fragrances I tried from Parfums de Marly. This right here is Initio's Must Therapy. Oh, I love this. I loved all the fragrances, you know, just, you know, spoiler alert. I loved all the fragrances I chose. And this one is Amouage, Guidance Amouage, which I know it's a controversial fragrance, but I really love this one. And this one here is Mind Games Checkmate. And I think the rest of the ones, I have one this month coming, Initio's Oud for Greatness, and then the rest are going to be Mind Games fragrances. So after I'm finished with my Mind Games fragrances, all in a nutshell, what am I going to do? Probably cancel it because I don't want to try any of the other fragrances. Because the designer fragrances, in my opinion, it's not a very good, it's not plentiful with the options when it comes to designer. I don't think they have Tom Ford on there. I think they have Burberry, but I think just one option. It's not that many options, in my opinion. So I would say if you want to try things like Parfums de Marly, Delina, I know a lot of people like that. I think that one's not even available anymore because last time I saw it was sold out, which is crazy. If you really want to try like Mind Games, which is an expensive, very good brand. Let me get the universe to hear me. I want a full bottle of Checkmate, okay? Mind Games Checkmate. I want the universe to hear me. I want Mind Games Checkmate. But for me, only trying these fragrances that I'm interested in, and after, you know, like I said, after I finish with all the Mind Games, which I don't think they have all of them, just a few of them, because I think mine will be done around June, and then I may try Fleur for July, and then that's it for me. It's not a lot of options in my opinion. Maybe for you, but I just don't know. Scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 5. Will I recommend it to somebody? No, because I ain't getting paid to recommend nothing. But you can tell by how I feel about, you know, the way this is. It's still a mystery, and I'm still frustrated. And I need Scentbird, somebody in Scentbird to come let me know. You know, you can pay me too, and I can get more in detail. Let me know why I'm getting charged $18-something extra on top of the, you know, $10 and the $10.81 for, you know, just the fee per month. So hopefully maybe somebody, you know, maybe you can tell me in the comments. But anyways, enough of that. Yeah, that's my opinion on Scentbird. Now, I'm just real quick. Can I just talk real quick because I need somebody to talk to, even though I talked to my therapist earlier today. I went to the dentist yesterday because I'm starting this process. Like, now, good news is I'm not getting veneers. You know, I can't get veneers, so I don't know what I'm talking about. That's not something I wanted to do. I've always wanted to keep my teeth as much as possible. And so all, you know, we're going to do is I'm going to get some liners in the front to straighten the bottoms. Then I'm going to I have like some chips on the first, these here. So they're going to fix those, which it's not going to be as much as veneers. So, and then I'm going to, of course, get them whitened. And that's really all that I'm going to do. And so we're going to start in January. But I went yesterday to get a cleaning and all that good stuff. So I'm starting the journey. Because that's always been one thing that I want to do. And I think I've said in one of my vlogs that I always want to get my teeth fixed. But I was always leaning towards veneers. But now that I'm getting older and starting to do a little more research, I don't want to do veneers. I want to keep my teeth as long as possible. Because, you know, if I want to eat a hard candy, I want to be able to do that. And I'm especially not going, you know, out the country. No shade to anybody that doing. You can do what you want to if you got the money. I ain't even hating. Because I might do something crazy when I get some money. But, or something that people think crazy, let me say that. But I don't want to fly nowhere. get some for $1,000, then some chip, then, you know, nobody here is going to let me, you know, they're not going to take care of it. So I'm going to have to fly back. So, yeah, I'm going to start that process. But the reason I brought this up is because I had a moment yesterday where, have you had a moment where you just wanted to cry and you just can't? That was me yesterday. That was me completely. So I had paid my stuff, you know, in advance, you know, before I went to the dentist. Now somehow, magically, they don't have any recollection of that. So the lady was like, and the thing was like, it was like, you know, threes. And the lady was like, you know, because I stayed there about 2 hours after I was done. She was like, you know, we ain't got it, you know, so you can pay it now. If we find it, then we'll give your money back. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I stayed in the office. Me and her kind of go back. Then she snapped on me. Kind of, you know, kind of raised her voice. And I don't, if you know me or if you know of me, I don't like you raising your voice at me. That's why I talk to people in a calm, cool, calm, collected manner. I don't like voice raising at all at me because it's triggering for me. And the reason it's triggering for me, my mother, when she would get mad, even today, when she gets mad, she gets in that high soprano and scream, and it's, I don't want to hear all that. Don't scream at your kids. Don't do that to 42-year-old rat, please. Now, because when people scream at me, like when she screamed at me, I was sitting at the, you know, at the chair, had my legs crossed, you know, a little sophisticated leg crossed, because I'm like, y'all finna handle this. And she kind of raised her voice at me. I just did a little, like, in my mind, like, bitch, I will whoop you. And my mind went right there because, like, don't yell at me, please. Don't yell at me. And so she ended up apologizing. But the reason I mention that is because that kind of sums up my year. And people always talk about how short people have a, you know, short man syndrome. And the thing for me, I'm 5'4". I'm short. I don't have a short man complex or whatever the case may be. The thing with me is people consider it that because I've allowed so many people run over me, talk to me in any kind of way, and then when I get tired, I blow up. And it's like, oh, look at the little man. He's mad. Look at. So they think I'm just like, oh, he's having a short man syndrome, temper tantrum. No, it's like when I do that, it means you done pissed me off one too many times. And so what I was saying is like I have allowed so many people to talk to me the way that lady did yesterday. She ended up apologizing because I'm an HR professional, not now, but I can gather you together in my HR vocals and my HR words, not even cursing or raising my voice. But I noticed one thing about me yesterday too is when I get mad, I talk very extra proper. So what are you saying is you're gonna do what? It's like where that voice come from? It's like instead of being like, I'd be like, so you're saying you're going to do what exactly? I'm just saying where you're gonna. I don't know where I got that from, but I noticed that yesterday, and I kind of chuckled at myself when I was driving because, like, Durant, I think it's from working with so many women throughout my HR career, and I dealt with a lot of passive aggressiveness. And at one point, I was in my therapist's office. I was like, I think I'm turning into a passive aggressive mess because I'm so used to having to do it around these white people because they keep doing it to me. So because at first, when I started my HR career, I was like combative. Because everybody was it was so many office politics, but I didn't know what was going on. But I was just like, man, I was just in the office all the time. I'm sick of it. And then you learn after a few years, and now I can write the emails. I'm sorry that you feel that way. I hope you have a nice day. You tell them, I'm sorry that you feel that this was this way. However, what was said was you need to do this and this, and you have a great day. And have a great day means, oh, fuck yeah. So I got, I adjusted to the way people were acting in the office because it's like, I didn't want to seem like the angry black man because I was always the only black. So I have allowed so many people. And what I was thinking as far as when I say that I was so sad and people have treated me a certain kind of way, it's like I thought about it this year. I have lost so many friendships. Well, three close friendships. That's why. Because I got tired of it. And you can say, you don't lost 3, 4 friendships this year. Maybe it's you. Maybe it is. Maybe it's the fact that I don't want nobody talking crazy to me no more. You may have done it 10 years ago, but oh no, Durant Tito is 42 years old and have to deal with this woman who talk crazy to me almost every day. Now, you want to know something about caregiving? Let me tell you something. Uh, you, it's like, oh Durant, you're doing a wonderful thing. I am, I know, but nobody that ain't knowing, because one of the things that really frustrates me and why I can't deal with people talking crap to me, because not to put my mother under the bus, but this is what it is. It is an illness. My mother says crazy to me, cusses me out, says she hopes I die, all those things. And so when it comes to people outside, it's like in my mind I'm thinking I got to deal with this shit at the house. I'm not for deal with you. So it's kind of gotten me to the point where I'm just like, when people talk, I'm like, I'm finna fight this motherfucker. Like, I'm not a physical person, but I can get with it. And I just don't want to, but I feel like I'm getting there, because it's like, why is it so hard for people to respect me when I'm doing what I can to respect them? I am being respectful. And so, my close friends, they got out of line, talking to me in a way that I felt was out of line because I'm an adult. And it's like when I speak up, and it's not even an argument, like I'm screaming and what I'm speaking back and letting you know I can't be talked to like that. I don't like that. And then you tell them, then they don't want to deal with it. They didn't want to work it out. So what am I going to do? Go follow behind them? No. Because I never ended the friendship. I just spoke up because you talked crazy to me. I just, am not going to allow it. And so they decided not to talk to me. And that's fine. And if people think that, oh, you lost 3, 4, 5 friends and there's something wrong with you, okay, I'll take that. But it's just sad to me, because when I was, when I say that I felt like I was going to cry, but I couldn't, because even though those were close friends of mine. And what was sad was, I think one thing about me is when I get pissed off about one thing, everything starts like crowding my mind. Everything that frustrates me and makes me sad, it just crowds my mind. It makes me even more angry. That's why I'm just like, talking to the lady, like, lady, you better calm down, because I'm thinking about catching a case if you don't calm down, okay? So that's when I got extra, you need to calm down, okay? I paid for this balance. You better find it, okay? Anyway, so it's just crazy to me. It was sad to me driving home and thinking, like, at the time when I need people the most, this is the year so many people turn their back on me. It's like they all know what I've been struggling with in terms of my career-wise, and dealing with my parent. A lot of them know, they all know what real struggles I have to go through on a daily basis. And then it was disheartening. I thought about it and I just could not, I didn't know how to feel. I was sad. It's like I want to cry, but I'm mad. It's like, this is a time my friends and family should be like, we all should be like a true village. Like, but it didn't happen. It kind of showed to me, it shows people's true colors. It's like, it's crazy. At the time I need people the most, that's the time they turn their back on me. That's how it felt for me. It's not like they stabbed me in the back. They could have, but it's just like, what I'm going through. So it's like, it's, to me, you don't have to walk on eggshells, but you could be a little nicer, because especially that my mother talks to me crazy. It's not intentional, because she's going through something, but that I get talked to crazy all the time. It's like, why would you do that to me too, and not think that I'm going to flip out on you? Like, I'm not flipping out on my mom. So I sometimes let me stop. Sometimes I have gone there because it's just you being told, you're ugly and oh now you're ugly and I hate you. Oh, I hope you die. I hope you end up in a grave like your daddy. You hear that type of stuff? It's heartbreaking. And sometimes I've gone there and just been mad, and fussing and cursing at everybody who I could get to. If I can call my brother and my sister, like venting and just it's a lot. It's a lot for me, and it's just really sad that I've never taken out my issues with my mother on anybody. I just wanted someone to listen to me, and like I said in one of the videos, a person that I was cool with, just like, okay, I don't want to have another conversation about your mother. We're friends and we're gonna talk about friend stuff. Like, and it's like I would never tell somebody that, and it's crazy because I've only talked about my mom to that person like one time. And it's crazy. And so I don't want to get to that place. And I said it on the video that I'm feeling like I'm not getting there, but some days I feel like I am. So I think I lied. So I don't want to get to that place where I'm jaded, but I feel like I'm slowly getting to that place because why would I feel comfortable opening up to anyone, knowing that people I've known for years, when I went through something and I just want to speak to one of them about it, they weren't open, or they shunned me, or they talked crazy to me because you ain't doing what I want you to do. So it's like, what do you do? I mean, how am I supposed to feel like, or even why would I be excited to meet and nurture a relationship, friendship with anybody? So anyway, so I went to Walmart, after last night after, I went to the dentist office because, I'm driving home. It takes me about 30 minutes from the dentist office. So I went to, I came to check on my dogs, and I went to Walmart to pick up something, and I had another moment where I almost broke down and cried when I was walking out of Walmart. And the reason is they play music on the thing. They played a song by Justin Timberlake called Mirrors. And I was finishing up, so I was glad I was walking out because that song I think this is the Mercury Retrograde. Maybe somebody could tell me if it's not. But they played Mirrors, and it brought me back because I kind of slowly, not forgot, but just kind of, it's just been somewhere lost in my mind, I guess. But it reminded me of a time where I had this friend. His name was Steven. And we met at work, and we became really close friends. Like, he was a Spanish guy. We became so close, like we were hanging out at each other's houses, and I was going to all his soccer games. He was coming to my performances. I remember one time he came, I was performing. He was like, you sounded good, but that high note that you hit, it wasn't that good, but overall you did good. So he came to my performances. Like, he was more supportive than anybody, and I've never felt in my life, and that was 10 years exactly from, I think that's why it really made me sad, because it came back like, dang, that was like 10 years ago. Like, exactly 10 years ago. We met like early, but I never felt in my life so accepted and so understood by anybody up to then, and I haven't had anyone since then. He was the first person, because a lot of people, when you're friends with them, no matter how much you love them or whatever, people tend, especially black people, tend to, why you do that? Why you walking like this? Why every time that was the first time I've ever hung around somebody, been close to somebody, and he never questioned anything. He didn't make me feel uncomfortable as if he was embarrassed, because when I went to those soccer games, I was like one of the only black people. He never made me feel like I was, an outsider. It was the best feeling I've ever had with someone. Now, we ended up losing contact because he moved out of state. And it's funny because his birthday is this month. But the reason the song made me sad is because we bonded over that song, Mirrors. And what I mean by bonded, that's, I remember when it first came out, I remember sending it to him because we always share like what music we listen to, like two songs that we bonded on, and it was Dailies, um, Those Who Wait, and Mirrors. And we would jam those like when he would go to soccer games or when he was coming to rehearsal or something that I was doing. Because he was coming, we were like always together. It was like a best friend that I've never had in my life. And eventually, of course, I fell in love with him. And by the time I realized that he was leaving, and so the song, when I heard it at Walmart, I was like, oh, it brought me all the way back to all of that, and I just got sad like, again, and I was like, wow, that was the time that was the happiest I've been in my life. And if you've heard my song, I know I've talked about it a lot of times, but I never really told the true story. But that was the true story, and that was if you listen to my song "Timeless," that song was about Steven, the person that I'm talking about. So he moved away out of state to pursue his soccer career and all that good. Anyways, but I think it's the Mercury Retrograde. I think it's that. We were talking about fragrances today. And speaking of fragrances, let me tell you about fragrance of the day. And then I'm getting out of here. So I started off with, what is this? Bath & Body Works Midnight Amber Glow. Yes, God. Can you see that? Yes. And then I went in, I don't know if you remember this one, but Angelic Elixir. And this is supposed to be a dupe of Killian's Angel Share. I don't know if y'all remember that. If I can get that to focus. Hey. Yes. And then I went in with Joe Malone's Ginger Biscuit. Hey. So I went in with that. It's a lot, but it's me. I enjoyed it. Hey. So it's very much I smell like a, Christmas festive summer. Let me get off this, because I really kind of just gave a downer story. A few of them. But anyways, don't let this Mercury Retrograde get to you, because it's getting to me right now. And then on top of it, all this other stuff that I got going on with my tire and all this. I got tire issues. Like, girl, it's too much going on. I just need the universe to bring me positivity, okay? Okay, I really, 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 really need it, okay? But, until then, not fake it till I make it. I'm going to do my best to keep my head up. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Bye.